Nothing is worse when coming back from a vacation than regretting taking it in the first place. Am I right? I mean, travel is supposed to be exciting and create memories that help you look back fondly on the trip. And after a great vacation, you're going to want a repeat of those feelings on all future getaways. But if you clicked on this video, you've probably rolled the dice on trips in the past and ended up losing time and money that you wish you could get back. Well, numerous studies have been done on how to get the most from your vacations, and I'm going to break down some of them for you into 6 things that you can do to ensure you get the most happiness out of every vacation you take from now on. Let's start with how and when to plan your trip. Most people pick a destination they've never visited and begin planning what to do there. I'm here telling you that that's wrong.
Wait, how can looking up the things you're going to do in the place you're going be wrong?
Well, I see you're looking up things to do in St. Louis. Has that been on your bucket list for a long time?
No, not really.
Okay, so then there's something in St. Louis you've always wanted to do, right?
Well, I know they have that arch thing there, but no, I can't think of anything specific.
Then why in the world would you pick that as your destination? I mean, nothing against St. Louis here, it's just an example I'm using to get a bigger point across. To properly plan a trip and make it memorable, start with the things that you want to do and the regions of the country that offer those types of experiences. Let's say you have a huge passion for wine, and for this scenario, let's assume you live in America and that flying to France or Italy are nowhere near within your budget. If you want to have a vacation relaxing in the countryside and sampling different wineries, then you would pick a region that can offer that experience to you. Most of you probably instantly think the West Coast, and you might even think California specifically. Now, I'm sure St. Louis has vineyards too, but if you start with the things you want to do on a vacation first, a wine enthusiast probably wouldn't have St. Louis showing up near the top of their list. So my point is to never start with the destination. Let the experiences you want to have and where they're offered drive you toward that destination. And based on the experiences you want to have, that will also help decide the time of year that you should be traveling. Going back to our wine getaway example, when you pick your region, you'll want to make sure that you're then picking the best time of year to visit the vineyards in that region.
All right, you make a good point.
Thanks. So start with what you want to do, like hiking in the mountains, for example.
I was just about to say that. I love hiking in the mountains.
Well, great minds think alike.
Really?
Anyway, that's how to plan. Now let's move on to when to plan. And that's fairly simple. Plan as early as possible. See? Told you it'd be simple. Now on to the next way to make your vacation the best it can possibly be. Okay, I get it. Planning early doesn't exactly make a vacation better. But it actually kind of does. It's okay, let me explain. There are 2 ways that early planning increases the likelihood of a great vacation. First off is budgeting. Once you have the experiences, the destination, and the time of year you plan to travel, you should be able to create a rough estimate of what the total trip cost will be. With that number in mind, you should then look at your budget to see how much you can set aside each month. This will be different for each one of us. Dividing the total cost of the getaway with the amount you can save each month will give you how far in advance of the trip that you'll be planning. You can also try to save money by pooling points and rewards from credit cards or frequent flyer miles. There's a link to the rewards card that I use in my description in case you're looking for a good way to earn miles. Now, the reason I bring up budgeting is the fact that saving money over time allows you to become comfortable with the fact that this trip is going to cost, well, money. If you had to come up with $3,000 next month to cover your vacation, that might make you cut out that big experience you were really wanting to have. But saving a little bit over several months makes that sticker shock a little easier to swallow. The second benefit to early planning is an extended period of happiness. Studies have shown that anticipation accounts for a major chunk of human happiness, and a large happiness boost happens before the vacation even begins. When you think about the fun you're gonna have, you experience a lot of the same joy that the experience itself will eventually bring you. So make that joy last longer by picking the dates for your trip well in advance and revel in thinking about how great your trip is going to be. This is great information and all, but didn't you say there were 6 ways? So far, you've just talked about planning. Don't worry, I've got more for you. The second way to make your vacations the best is to focus on local experiences. Avoid the same restaurants that you frequent at home. And for that matter, I'd suggest avoiding national chains altogether. If you really want to get a taste for your vacation destination, plan ahead.
That's still planning.
True. You can call this what to plan if that helps. But the point is to explore new sights, sounds, and flavors of the local community you're visiting. I try to do this in all my own travels. Once I've left for vacation, there is an embargo on any restaurants and experiences that I can also get at home. I want to create memories that make me look back fondly on this trip. Next, you want to make plans, but be flexible. Have a loose plan of any event reservations or things that you're doing for the day, but leave room for the unexpected. This is also an area where I practice what I preach. On our trip to New York City last year, you might have seen some videos we posted for the Friends Experience and Harry Potter exhibition. I'll include links to those videos in the description if you want to watch them. But neither of these were originally a planned part of that vacation. They came up organically as we saw advertisements for them around the city. Since we left room for flexibility in our plans, we were able to visit both and add more fond memories to that trip.
I remember those. They were fun. What else do you got for us?
You should also be comfortable with being uncomfortable. All the best experiences in life are on the other side of fear. I know this too from personal experience. Since adults typically stick to a routine, a vacation is a perfect opportunity to consciously plan for new experiences that put you outside of that comfort zone, like kayaking, ziplining, or in my case, scaling the side of a building. Purposely take yourself outside of that comfort zone and make some memories. And stepping outside of that comfort zone is a perfect segue into number 5, which is go big and then go home.
Don't you mean go big or go home?
Nope. Go big and then go home means end your vacation on a high note. The human brain gives extra consideration to things that come last in a series. This is called the recency effect, and it essentially means that the end of a vacation is more easily remembered than the beginning. So if you do the big awesome thing near the beginning of your vacation, it might seem all downhill from there, which could make you remember this trip in a bad light. Consciously choosing to end the vacation with an emotional high point, combined with the recency effect, allows you to remember the trip as a great time. So plan that big dinner at the Michelin-starred restaurant for your final night, not the first.
That's only 5. If I go big and then go home, where's the 6th way for my vacation to be the best?
I know I'm arguing with myself here, but are you alright, buddy?
I'm sorry. My flight was delayed by a day, so I rented a car and drove home. It was a long drive, and I wanted to get home early enough so that I could have a day to decompress before I have to go back to work.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you just gave us number 6.
Wait, I did? What did I say?
You just described a methodology known as managing the transition. While you can squeeze every last drop of potential vacation out of your time by coming back late on a Sunday night, this can make Monday morning feel even more frantic than usual. If you hate that frantic feeling, then come back on Saturday or very early Sunday so you have plenty of time to check up on anything urgent that happened in your absence, get groceries, or get the laundry going before you have to return to your normal routine. Let yourself transition slowly from vacation to normal life again. As we all know, vacations are great, but they can take a lot out of you. Having that day to decompress, as you put it, allows time for your mind and body to reset before getting back to the grind.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna get started on that right now.
Now that you know how to make your vacation the best it can possibly be, you want to make sure that the destination you choose isn't going to ruin all of it. Well, I've got you covered because you can check out this video here of some of the top tourist traps in all of America. Make sure your vacation is fantastic and avoid any of this. Using this kind of thinking allowed me to find the best Mexerant.
I remember those. They were a lot of fun. This is not good acting.